Hello golfers, and welcome to the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my videos. Always really appreciate all the support that you show me. Today I want to talk about speed, and more speed. How do you get speed? What do you need to do? How does Bryson DeChambeau hit it so far except for adding 40 pounds? This is kind of what I can share with you that will really help you gain some club head speed. Most people think club head speed comes from turning your hips really fast and your shoulders really fast and spinning as much as you can with your body. And what I've found, all that does is make the club go across and slice and just mishit the ball. And I've seen it over and over again. People twisting their hips, trying to turn their hips as fast as they can. And I found that actually the complete opposite is what really creates the speed. It creates almost what we call a whip crack. A whip cracking effect is that a braking effect. It's of your body which lets your arms and clubs pass by you really fast. It's almost like I said, like cracking a whip. You know, you're not going to turn your whole body and crack the whip. You're going to stop your body and crack the whip. So the way it works with golf is that as you're swinging, is that remember, we're not twisting our bodies. We're going to allow our arms to pass our body, and we can really put some speed right through the ball. And so I do this often by what I like to call is the bowler drill. The bowler drill is that if you watch this here, is that if I'm going to bowl, the bowler's foot goes backwards this way. So that breaks my body. That means like putting the brakes on, not turning, putting the brakes on and letting my arms go across. So a great drill would be the bowler. So they're gonna feel like my right foot goes backwards as I swing through. So it's gonna go, and that's a really good way for you. It's a very coordinated way to do it, but it helps so much for you to break and then the hands pass by, because I see just so many people twisting the club. You know, a lot of people start contacting the ball in the heel of the driver, and when you start to do that in the heel of the driver, you lose so much distance. So this is going to be, as I swing through, I'm going to feel, you know, a good turn, extension, tilt, turn, and I'm going to feel like my right foot goes backwards, and I'm going to hit a shot. So what that also does is that when my right foot feels like it slides backwards, look at where the club comes from now. It stays back here behind you. So now you have an in-to-out path. So many people, when they're swinging, they're actually coming, the club head starts to come from the outside part of the target line and swings down and to the left. And so when I do this is going to be, so I do it really slow, actually can hit a really good shot like that. I'm not going to hit it very far, but that's my feeling, is that I'm going to feel like this is going to break. My back stays to the target a little longer, and then my arms can go through. So it's pretty cool, actually. It's a fun drill to try. You have to do it slowly in the beginning. I would even recommend without a club in the beginning. So when I do this, swing through, I'm going to feel that actually my right shoulder and right hip stay back. That's kind of the bowler feel. The bowler feel is right hip, right shoulder stay back. And what I do is I create a whip crack feel. So that's really, it almost feels like my arms are like slinging past my body, boom. And from there, the ball's going to draw as well. So those are a couple really good things. So I'm creating speed. I'm creating speed by doing a couple things. Number one, I'm extending and tilting and turning in my backswing. Okay, and on the downswing, I'm doing the same thing, but now I'm never trying to spin my hips or my shoulders. If you look at all the great players at impact, Their shoulders are square to the target line. Their hips are slightly open. Their weight's on their front foot. You can see I have a little bit of room off my heel here. Okay. Another thing that people overlook is the eye line. So you can see my eye line is pointed out to the right. Okay. My shoulders a little to the right. My hips are slightly open, but my eye line's to the right. What people forget about is that when they twist, their head goes forward. Okay, so your head goes forward and then your shoulders open, your hips go back. So I just did a video on the linear movement of the hips and how the left knee can contribute to that. So that's a great video for you to check out. But as far as you hitting the ball farther, extend, tilt, and turn. Good straight structure here of the arms. And then on the way down, you're really gonna feel that the right shoulder lower than the left, weight's on the front. You can see a little room off the heel here. Shoulders are a little closed. Eye line is also closed. My head is not this way. So a lot of people who struggle with the slice, you can see what's happening here. So I'm also going to do a face on, but I just want you guys to see this, is that's my feel. Again, bowler drill, feeling the right hip, right shoulder back. I'm going to go ahead and hit one full speed here. So you can see is that I'm not spinning. I'm not spinning my shoulders. I'm not spinning my hips. My arms are coming down, okay? Here's another piece to this. From our P1 to P10 video, we know P1 to P4, correct? So P1 to P4, P1's address, P2 is parallel to the ground, P3 is left arm parallel to the ground, club shaft up like that L position, P4 is top of the swing. Okay, so what you can work on is separating the hands from P4 back down to P2. Okay, so if you watch this, P4 to P2, P4 to P2, P4 to P1, P4 to P1, you want to rehearse this as much as you can. You want to rehearse those drills as much as you possibly can. Okay, so it's going to look like this face on. P4 to the top, down to P2, okay? And you can go to P1, back to P1. So you can see the difference. Now I'm not, here's my P1, right? So my hips are pretty, you know, facing the camera, facing the target line, facing the ball. But you can see is that when I swing back down from P4 to P2, there's definitely a different look. And then P1 back to impact, P4 to P1, or this is P7, but P4 to P1 to 7. So you can see my alignments are much different. Weights forward, hips are forward, tilt in the shoulders now. Eye line, right, shoulders closed, hips open. And then basically from here, that allows you to crack the whip. You can crack the whip, and that puts a lot of speed on it. So that's the speed part. I'll give you another tip here. Okay, so we talk about tilting, extending, tilting, and turning, okay? So left tilt in the backswing, right tilt in the downswing. What people forget is that this is called the catapult. Major leverage here for golfers. Do not look past the catapult. Left tilt, right tilt. Left tilt, right tilt. This is a major lever. Left tilt, right tilt. Left tilt, right tilt. That's why PGA Tour professionals and LPGA Tour professionals can hit the ball so far. Left tilt, right tilt. Left tilt, right tilt. Left tilt on the backswing, right tilt on the downswing. Left tilt, right tilt. And what happens is you can see my head, left tilt, right tilt. What happens is that people get into trouble because they start tilting so much because there's so much power that they start to get under the ball too much too. So you got to be careful of that. But that's a huge lever source or a huge source of power. So when I do that, and that's all stemming from the tilting in my backswing. Left tilt, right tilt, left tilt, right tilt. If I do that, if I left tilt, right tilt, and keep the hip back and let the whip crack effect, that's major, major yardage. So that is hit about as hard as I could hit it right there. So pretty good. I can pick up a tremendous amount of speed like that. You know, I know this is a bunch of tips right in a row, but you're looking for speed. You're looking for distance. Phenomenal for every level player. Phenomenal for seniors. Seniors can get a ton out of what we just discussed right now. Left tilt, right tilt. Most seniors have no tilt. Most seniors just turn their bodies. There's no tilt. So what happens is that seniors start to go over here, and then there's no tilt, and then they usually spin across, stay in inflection, lose a lot of distance, a lot of hip twists. So everything that we talk about right now is helping you hit the ball farther and producing lots and lots and lots of speed. So you're producing the speed that you need to hit the ball far. So let me just move the camera over here. I'll do a couple face-on shots for you, because I know a lot of people like this view as well, the face-on. I think it's super important as well. So just so you know, I'm just really excited, and I'm really appreciative of everyone who writes comments and has emailed me and has called me and texted me. So thank you so much for supporting me, supporting the channel, and I really appreciate it. So again, we're looking at a couple speed options here. Again, left tilt, right tilt, that's a huge one. That gives us the catapult. So the first one we want to do is the bowler look, or the bowler drill. So again, the bowler drill, right hip, right shoulder stay back, and then the arms can have a whip crack a whip cracking effect. So we're going to do a little slow bowler drill up to the top. Feel that, like that foot slides backwards. Let me move this out of the way so everybody can see. Okay. So we're going to keep our right hip back and our right shoulder back and allow this to kind of whip past us. Okay. Pretty solid. I like that. So it's a really important sensation. So there's no hip twist. You're not twisting your hips. You're not twisting your shoulders. You're extending, tilting, and turning. It's a phenomenal drill for you to hit the ball better. Okay, so that's definitely what we want. Now P4 to P1 drill. So we go P4. So remember, P1 is address, P2, P3, P4. Then we're going to bring it back down. So you can see this here. P4 to P2. Right hip back, right shoulder back. Eye lines to the right, shoulders to the right, weights forward. I got a little bit of lift off the heel here. So we're going to go ahead and hit one like that. I might just play with the bowler drill, you know. That was awesome right there. That had a really good ball flight, hit it really solid. So the bowler drill can help a lot of people. The bowler drill can help the person that slides the back foot back. You ever hear that, like the right foot is not for in golf to put out cigarettes? It's for banking, boom, like that. So huge way for you to play golf, a bunch of different ways for you to gain speed, 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 and hit the ball farther. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave comments, please subscribe, please turn on your notifications. It goes a long way to supporting my channel. So thank you so much. Also, thank you to my good friend Ara at A&T Cleaners. If you live in the Fort Lauderdale area, check out A&T Cleaners. He will definitely keep you looking good on the green. So thanks again, and we'll talk soon. Have a great day.